What we're going to do now is we're going to make something called a mortise and tenon joint. So a mortise and tenon joint is a great joint to use when you're building a carcass. So it could be for a dining room table, a desk, a bedside table. So it's when the side goes into a leg, or it could be, or predominantly that, and it's an incredibly strong joint. So what we're going to start off by doing is creating the mortise. So the mortise is usually the leg. Now I'm going to do a 2-point rectangle. And I'm just going to make this 40 by 40. Okay, which is the footprint. I'm going to extrude this up by about 200, like so. Got my leg there. Now I'm going to choose a side, and I'm going to use my line tool, turn the construction lines on, and basically with my mortise, I don't want it to go all the way to the edge. So I'm going to direct where it goes. And the piece of material that I'm going to use is 19. And I want my piece of material to sit flush here. So I'm actually going to come 5 mils in, making sure those construction lines are off. And do a line about 20 mils down. 2-point rectangle, turn the construction lines off. Okay. And the next piece of material I'm going to use is about 140 wide. So the reason I come 20 in, because I want to come 20 in off this end too. So I'm actually going to go back to my line tool and I'm going to show what I'm trying to do. 140 down. So my piece of material is going to sit flush with that edge. But I don't want my mortise to go the whole way. So I want to bring it in 20 from each side. So I'm going to bring this 20 mils up. And then I'm also going to bring it 5 mils in to align with the top. So I've got there and there. Now, my piece of material is 19 mils thick, and I'm going to rebate. I'm going to take off 5 mils from either side. So it's only going to have about 9 mils to go into this mortise. Turn the construction lines off. And I know this should be 100, which is like that. And I know that the width should be 9, because that's how much material is left over. Finish sketch. Touch this internal section, and I want it to go about halfway or a third of the way. So I'm really only going to go 15 mils in. So I'm going to extrude -1.5. Okay, so just under halfway. And that is the mortise of my mortise and tenon. I'm going to save that as mortise and tenon, part 1. Now I'm going to do my tenon. So I'm going to go create sketch. And remember how I said it has to be 140 mils wide? It doesn't have to be, but the one I'm doing is 140 mils. Okay, and it doesn't really matter how long it is at this stage. Finish sketch. I'm going to extrude this up by 19. So you can do this with any type of material. And so I know it's 140 across this way. So I'm going to go create sketch, 2-point rectangle, and I'm going to keep those straight lines on, so no construction lines. And it's going to go across the whole material, but it's going to go 15 mils in. Okay, so I'll show you. The first one was wrong. So it's 140 down by 15. Enter. I'm going to finish that sketch, select this area. I'll show you on the side. So I've selected that area, and I'm going to extrude that -5, because that's how far it was in from the edge. And I'm going to do the same to the other side now. Select the area. So flip it around on me, so I'm just double checking here. So it's this one. 2-point rectangle on that edge there. So there. So 140 by 15. Finish sketch. Select that area. Double check it's the right area. So spin it around. Extrude -5. -5. So if I have a look, that is my tenon. But now I need to take the edges off. So basically the reason why we do that is so it looks like it's a clean joint. So say if the tenon's not done properly, we square off these edges, so we take a bit of a rectangle or a square out to make it look cleaner, and this lip here look a bit cleaner. So we came 20 mils in from the edge, so it should be 15 by 20. I'm actually going to do the other one, so I do both at the same time. And so by 20. Finish that sketch there. I'm going to select both of these areas. I'm holding shift. Extrude them with a minus, and it's only 9 mils to go through the other side. So as we can see, we've taken off the issue, and it's a very clean joint there and there if we were to make this. I'm going to save this as Mortise and tenon joint part 2. I'm going to open a new design, save this design as completed Mortise and tenon joint. And I'm going to start inserting these elements here. So I'm going to go show panel. First thing I'm going to insert is my Mortise and tenon joint, or my mortise. I actually like the positioning of that, so I'll press enter in my ground. Now I'll get my Mortise and tenon joint here. Okay, I'm going to rotate it up, and I'm going to put it like so. Now, the best way to do this is a little bit tricky. I want to get inside the Mortise and tenon. I want to get inside the mortise and select the back wall. As we can see, that's an internal, that's the back wall. Okay, and I want to rotate around and hit the front of the tenon, so I'm going to hold shift. So I've got both elements. And as we can see, it sits perfectly flush on that edge. So this can work with any material thickness, so you do 12 mils, or you can have this area slightly offset. It all depends on where you draw that mortise. And we're just going to save that one.